Happy Saturday. We've got errands to run. This is a little bargain. I've been looking for some colour. All my bed sheets are white. This with the cherries, this plain together. Yeah. What's crazy? How's it crazy? Yeah, it's a contrast. They're both yellow. One's got cherries, one's plain, so it's not overpowering.
Yeah, but the cherry ruins the like.
No, it doesn't. It adds a little je ne sais quoi. You don't think these colours are cute? What about blue? When I have a look, I'm pretty sure it seems like I'm doing a food shop every week, and it's because I am. I do weekly shops instead of monthly shops because I don't have consistent eating. So if I buy for the month, majority of my food goes off, or I have to put like the meats in the freezer because I just won't eat it. If you're a bit like me, then it makes more sense to do weekly shops instead of monthly shops. I get these Go Ahead bars in the apple flavor. This is actually for work. These are not normally the face wipes that I buy, but they don't have it. So this is what I do. Yeah, I get this yogurt pot. And then I get this one because I like the clusters in this one, but I like the Activia yogurt better than this yogurt. So I actually switched them. And then I use this yogurt with pears, like the fruits pears, because pears are naturally sweet. So it makes this yogurt sweeter. It works for me. I either get these ones or I get the, is it Moju? The hot mango one. And then I got the right prawns this time, guys, because I went there in person. Can we do a food shop without spring onions? No, we can't. I use spring onions in absolutely everything. It's a bit ridiculous. And I got agave because I don't use sugar. This is mainly for my coffee. Where's our fruit shop? Yeah. Get your vitamins in, guys. I refuse to be sick again anytime soon. The sun's shining. It is a Wednesday afternoon. I have finished work and the sun is still shining. I saw people getting off the tube today. Everyone was feeling light and happy. I said, yeah, we are so back. Apparently, this is the hottest day in the week. I don't really know about that. You know. I have had a slow week. Slow but positive week, I would say, actually. Today I had a late start because I had a late start. So I ended up starting at, what time did I get into work today? 12:30. And then I had an early finish. The early finish was not brought on by myself, okay? Everyone decided to go home early. So that is that. Anyways, I was having a little sit down and reflection in my little notebook. Do you remember my little notebook that I showed you guys? I know that one is for good vibes and the other one is scheduling life. The one that is for good vibes, I was having a little moment. I'm not really like a journal person. I love writing things down, but the way that tell a lie. I used to not be a journal person because the way that I used to process things was very in the moment. I really saw the point of having to write it down because I had already processed it in my mind, if that makes sense. Anyways, but lately I have 110 thoughts a day. Like I really would want to know. I want to sit down with God and say, how many thoughts do I have per day? Because it's ridiculous. Like right now I'm thinking as I'm talking, but back to the point. So because like there's so much bubbling in, I've now had to get into the habit of writing things down. Writing things down to schedule. And oh how I love my notes, but I have this, it's not even a theory, it's literally a thing. Anyone can hack into your phone, anyone can go onto your notes. Like it's just, I need it written in pen and paper. Back to my point, I've been journaling. Yeah, so that's a new thing that I've started to do. Like I said, this week has been a slow week. So I've been reflecting quite a lot. And I don't know, I've been feeling really grateful. Do you know what I mean? Like I've just been looking back on stuff because I think I get so wrapped up in what needs to happen and what's happening next and what I don't have and what I want. One, as a person is tiring. Two, as a Christian is tiring because it's like, you can't do that. I mean, one, what I want may not be what I need, so it's not what God is going to give to me. And it's holding on to these like ideologies of how things are supposed to be. But it's like, how the heck do I know how things are supposed to be? My brain likes to go, we're here, we need to get here. We're here, we need to get here. So a lot of the times I don't even actually sit down and appreciate the things that I have achieved. And I remember, I think the one thing that I was like, I've achieved, I graduated. They were days I was on my knees praying. I was cracked, tears streaming down my face. I said, how am I going to get out of this? And I'm sitting here with a degree and a good job. Like, of course I need to be thankful for that. I say all of this to say having gratitude and practicing gratitude on a day-to-day basis or just like on a weekly basis, but just practicing it in general makes so much difference. It just makes you overlook so many things that you just don't need to be worried about. Now, all of this could be because the sun is out. All of this could be because it didn't rain this week. But even that is something to be grateful for. If it wants to be sunny for 4 days this week and then rain the next week, whatever, I'm going to be grateful for the sun. Another thing to be grateful is there is 40 of you. 10 of you are probably my friends. But even so, 30 of you, whatever the case is, are actually watching. And that makes my heart, my little heart, a little bit happy, because I would sit here and wish for times like this. Like, I would wish I'd be sitting and talking to a camera and able to edit and then posting that. But I just wouldn't do it. I had a fear of being perceived. I didn't want to be on the internet. But the fact that I'm doing this now, like, there'll be times where I'm editing and I'm like, oh, this is taking me so long. And then don't even get me started, yeah. When exporting a file, exporting a video drives me insane. Exporting a video and then having to upload it onto YouTube, and then it taking hours, and then having to wait for copyright checks and all. So in those moments, I literally am like, but you know what? At the end of the day, doing something that I want to be doing. I have made it this far. Do you know what I mean? So with every video, I grow closer to the things that I dreamed about. So anyways, like I said, there's 40 of you. 40 is a lot of people, you know. Put 40 people in a room and tell me if it's not a lot of people. To me, it's a lot of people, because I can cut my friends on my hands. Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every single person that watches, even if you watch and you're not subscribed. Well, I don't know why I'm doing that, but you know, I'm grateful, like, regardless, for everyone that shows me love. Like, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think everyone should take one day, or maybe an hour, even if it's like half an hour, 10 minutes even, take some time to think about the things that you used to hope, wish, and pray for. Just think about the things that you wished for, think about the things that you hoped for that you now have, because I guarantee there's at least one. If there's someone out there who is watching this who has wished, hoped, or prayed for something and they, like, none of it has come true, then by all means, please tell me. I'm honestly sorry that is happening to you. But I know there's at least one thing. Even if it's like, oh, at one point I really wanted these trainers, I'm not gonna get them because, you know, they're gonna be a waste of money or whatever, and then you got the trainers. That's something that you wished and hoped for. Oh, I really wanted that camera, but I had to save up for it. Sorry, I'm thinking about something that I want. And then you have the camera, something you wished and prayed for, whether it's a degree, whether it's a job. I really want you to think about that. Whether it's the place that you live, I really wanted to move out and I was able to do that. Like, think about that and sit in that, and I promise it will make you feel a little better. But anyways, this is probably going to be a short video, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I am thinking about doing another Q&A. I did my last one, I'm gonna say 3 videos ago, and that was good. With that, I didn't say I was gonna do it in a video, so oh my gosh, get in the link and the questions. There's an anonymous link. It's a bit like Ask FM if you're in London or the UK and you know what that was back in the day. But it's an anonymous link. You click on it, you ask your question. I don't know who sends it, but it has to be posted on social media for it to work. So I will make a post on my YouTube, which, if you are not looking at my post, what are you doing? I'm joking. There's not really much there, but that's kind of how I engage. So I'll put in a post and then you can click on the link and then ask questions through there. Or you can comment, but I know people don't really like commenting. Either in next week's video or the week after, by God's grace, then I'll answer some questions. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. The sun is going. It's great while it lasted, but the sun is going. So I got to call it a day. Thank you for watching. Bye.